Hello, my name is Hema, co-owner of Brooklyn Suya. I'm from Nigeria. Been in New York now for a very long time. Let's just say since 2003. I've actually been in Brooklyn most of my time. I boiled my first pot of rice when I was 8 years old, and I felt bamboozled. I was tricked, but it was a good trick because it got me into the kitchen really early. I never felt like the kitchen was a obstacle for me. I felt comfortable. I felt like I could, once I did that, like I was never afraid. And that's when, at that point, I was very curious about food, especially Nigerian food, and very curious about making my own suya. So I tried all the suya, and I brought a whole big batch of suya back with me to America, and I was savoring it for about 2 years. And that's when my whole kind of suya journey kind of started because I started making my own. I would add it to the batch that I brought from Nigeria. I tried to stretch it until that batch was originally gone. Suya is a peanut-based spice mix. It originates from northern Nigeria, primarily from the Fulani people. It's funny, like you could have it every day and get excited every day. That's the crazy part about it. Like it's kind of like our customers' experience when they come to Brooklyn Suya. A lot of them will come here every day, and it's a new experience every time. So, I love that we were able to kind of recreate that. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of people who deserve credit for this. I would say my parents themselves, they were entrepreneurs from jump. Before I diverted, I was very much on the path to become a lawyer. I took my LSATs. Is when the opportunity to open my own restaurant came along. So the people who make the suya, they're called aboki. And each aboki has their own blend of spice. You know what the basics are, but you don't know what each person does for their own suya. And so I like to think, I'm one of the better abokis, if not, dare I say, the best aboki. What I like about my blend is there's a balance of flavor. So it's not super overwhelming in any direction. The way I've developed our blends is so that whatever you're using it to season with, that can shine. So if it's a protein, the protein can shine, the vegetables will shine without being overwhelmed by the spice. So you want to taste both, and when you can get that to blend nicely, there's a nice synergy. And I was able to do that for all four different levels. You can taste both the spice and the food that you're eating. And I think that's what makes mine special. Fundamentals, foundations, right? You have to get those fundamentals right, especially when you are dealing with something that's so cultural. So for me, the flavor has to be right. And then you get into the creative part of it. So when you walk into Brooklyn Suya, there's an ambiance you feel, and then there's the beauty of watching your bowl created, and that's where the art piece comes in. And when you see your bowl being created in front of you, I think that's like really beautiful. There's a lot of beauty in them passing the bowl, finished bowl to you, and you eating it outside. That's where the art piece comes in. What slept on about suya? I would say it's a dynamic spice, meaning it's very versatile. It can be used in a lot of different ways. Part of why I love selling the spice here, customers go home and they get to play with it. You ain't seen nothing yet. Hey, it's the Suya guy, and this is Slept On Films.